as part of their commitment to complement the Bank of Sierra Leone's efforts in promoting financial inclusion and inclusive economic growth in the country. The Rokel Commercial Bank has on Thursday, the 3rd of March 2022, commissioned its newly constructed branch at the SLRTC head office in the eastern part of Freetown. While speaking, the managing director of the Rokel Commercial Bank, Dr. Ekundaya Walton Gilpin, noted that the commissioning of the SLRTC branch demonstrates that they will continue to grow as a bank, adding that it was with determination and excellence that they constructed the new branch at PWD, which he said will not only serve workers of the SLRTC, residents of the PWD community and its environs, but the country as a whole.
Well, this bank has become a gregarious bank, a bank that goes out there to push the borders and doesn't feel comfortable sitting in mediocrity. So we're looking out there to see how can we impact growth in this economy, how can we partner with other organizations that are positioned to impact growth in the economy. One critical factor of development is transportation and road development. SLRTC is a transport corporation, and they are there to take people, products and services from one end of the country to the other. We're a financial service provider, and we're there to take financial services across the spectrum of the country and beyond. So if you put together the road network, put together the financial system, we have an ecosystem that we're working upon, road and finance, and that way we saw a beautiful symbiotic relationship. If we can partner with this organization, then we can not only help people right there at the end of the country to have financial services, we can help push and pull goods, push and pull services, push and pull overall economic growth, push and pull GDP growth, and trigger expansion in the economy. And that's why we did this kind of partnership.
The Deputy Managing Director, Rokel Commercial Bank, Emmanuel Bobo, pointed out that they are determined to ensure that they can have the last laugh, as it in the past, the bank was seen as a laughing stock, but said today the bank is seen as a manifestation of a strong institution that can show the world that Sierra Leoneans have what it takes to put footprint in the sands of time by leaving legacies behind.
We are a local bank. We are a local financial institution. We know the objectives of this government. We know the objectives of the central bank. That is the reason why we as a bank, as a Sierra Leonean bank, we have been leading other banks in the financial inclusion drive. Basically, financial inclusion is to get everybody involved in one way or the other in the financial institution. So that is the reason why we have been complementing the efforts of the central bank and the desires of government to lead in this particular arena. So no wonder we have been expanding. In the last few years, you can see that we've opened more branches than any other bank in this country. Remember also that the competition is keen, but as a local base, as a local bank, we are very, very much proactive, because we want to lead those who came from other places. You can't come from other places, foreigners, and you meet us on our own ground and you dominate us. That is the reason why we are pushing. Our objectives, the objectives are huge. I mean, and we are really ambitious to make Sierra Leone proud.
The Deputy Minister of Transport and Aviation, Rex Bonafa, said residents and workers of the Sierra Leone Road Transport Corporation have the opportunity of becoming financially literate, have access to financing, adding that Rokel Commercial Bank is set to complement government's effort at triggering a massive economic turnaround in the country.
This is the bank that has stood against other international banks, and they are still thriving. That's a good thing about this bank. And talking about financial inclusion, I could remember, like I said, I was the Deputy Minister of Lands. And when we played, because of the government's financial policy of single account treasury, we decided to write to all those banks having accounts for the Ministry of Lands. The Rokel Commercial Bank was the only bank that came back to us with a financial statement indicating how much the ministry had in their account. So that is it. That is all about banking. We stand up for something and they stand up for integrity. And that is key. It is key to financial inclusion. It is key to development.
The General Manager, Sierra Leone Roads Transport Corporation, Isaac Ken Green, said opening branch at the SLRTC demonstrates Rokel Commercial Bank's resolve to take banking to the doorstep of its customers. He added that the bank, having realized the rapid development taking place around the PWD community, shows how committed the bank is to the issue of financial inclusion.
Because of this partnership, RTC has provided a land space for Rokel Commercial Bank to bring the bank to the people of Kissy, the people of Kwari, the people of PWD, and we as SLRTC are also going to benefit from that. And finally, because of this partnership and because of their corporate social responsibility and their consideration for the people of Sierra Leone, they have thought it fit to offer a loan facility to Sierra Leone Road Transport Corporation to procure 30 brand new buses for the people of Sierra Leone.
For Star TV News, George Elliott Sam reporting.